Jesse Pacula back with you on the shoe. This is part number 14 of my 22 or more part series, Better Know Ascent. We're in the playoffs right now. Hopefully we can get to the end. We'll see what we can do. I'm joined by Cade Gleekel. What's happening, Cade?
Nothing much. How about you?
Nothing much, man. Just doing some radio right now, you know?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, same with you, eh?
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
No problem, man. All right, so like my guest before you grew up in Minnesota as well.
I did.
And I understand you guys were boys growing up.
Yeah, we were pretty close. We went to Benilde St. Margaret's, which was a high school together.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're playing here together, and we're going to the same college, too. So.
And you had a hand in getting Zach Risto here as well.
Yeah, I did. We play on the same team, but we've also played on the same line for a while in high school, and we play really well together. So he called me up when things didn't work out in Chicago for him, and the coaching staff had seen Zach play before the year, so they knew who he was, and I just passed the message on to Matt and Joe that he was looking for a spot to play, and the rest kind of followed. He was here within the next week. And
it turned out pretty good for him.
Yeah, very well. He's been having a lot of success.
Yeah, he ended up as the leading scorer, so congrats to you, man. Thanks to you for getting Mr. Risto here.
I'll take credit for that one.
Yeah. And this is your first year as well.
It is.
Your rookie year in the BCHL. Your experience so far in the BCHL, your experience in Merritt so far?
I've really liked it. I like the BCHL a lot. I like the style of play. And being in Merritt, it's a little smaller than where I come from, but it's been a lot of fun. I like that kind of everyone knows each other, and I've really liked getting close with the group of guys here. We have a really good group of guys in the locker room.
Well, I hear you with that. Like, I kind of grew up in a bigger city myself. I grew up in Toronto.
Okay.
And since I've been in radio, I've been in these small towns. So
yeah,
I know it's got its charm to it. All these little small towns.
Definitely.
So, like you said, like a lot of people know each other. You can't really get away with much.
Yeah, that's true. They keep you in check.
Right. Word gets around, man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're also, like Risto, you're going to St. Lawrence University
I am.
as well. So
Yeah.
how does that feel, man? Like in a couple of years, you'll be in university at that next stage. And it must feel good to be able to go with your buddy.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's really relieving when you figure out where you're going. And then, so that happened for me at the beginning of this year. And then, so that was really exciting. And then when he committed there, it was almost like recommitting, because there's the excitement now of one of my best friends coming to play with me too for another 3 or 4 years. So that was really exciting.
Cade Gleekel able to stay with his buddy Zach Risto as they journey into the hockey world together into university, so good on those guys. This is Better Know Ascent, and this is the Jesse and Friends Shoe. Back to part 14 of my 22 or more part series, Better Know Ascent. We got Cade Gleekel on the show today, and it's time to bring him down to earth. Bring him down to our level. Let's see what Cade Gleekel likes when he's got a cheat day. Being in the BCHL, you're obviously a very good hockey player. You can stick handle, you can shoot. Unlike a lot of us, normies out there, including myself, even though I like to play some hockey, I made it to the beer league. That's as far as I made it in my career. So just to bring you down to earth a little bit. I know we're in the playoffs. You're not going to be doing much of these right now on these cheat days.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do have a cheat day, what do you like to eat?
I really like triple O's. We don't have triple O's in the States, as far as I know at least, and I really like the chicken sandwiches that they have there, the fried chicken sandwiches. So I'd say that's where I'm going on a cheat day.
Another free plug for triple O's, man. A lot of guys have said that on the Sense.
Really?
You guys frequent that place, eh?
Yeah, we do. We're there probably a little more than we should be,
But your favorite is chicken burgers.
Yeah, I do. I'm a fan of the chicken over the
beef patty.
Yes.
Okay, so you like the chicken.
Like
do you like it grilled or do you like it breaded?
I like the crispy.
You like it crispy?
Yeah.
And what do you put on your chicken burger? What does Gleekel like on his burger?
They have one called the Baja Burger, which I actually like a lot. It has like jalapenos, guacamole, some chipotle mayo.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good sauces on there. The sauce is really important, I think.
Right, you like it a little spicy.
Yeah.
Especially with those chilaps.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. One thing that I missed last week with Zach Risto, tic-tac-toe. It's my way of doing the marry, murder, or intercourse. Now, kids out there, just like for them listening, they have to have context about this too. Intercourse is like when you're in high school and they combine 2 courses into one.
Yeah.
It's like civics and careers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's an intercourse.
Yeah.
Just so they know. But this is how I like to do it. Tic-tac-toe. Say you're on a rush with Coach Joe and assistant coach Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the tick? Who is the tack? Who's the toe in that situation?
I'd say I give Matt the first pass, the tick, at risk of offending Matt. Kind of hard to mess up the first pass. And then I think I'd be the middle, and then I'd give Joe the finish. He's pretty good at hammering home pucks into the net. He likes to shoot the pucks at us in practice when we're not looking, or into the net or at the goalies.
Right. So Matt's the tick, you're the tack, Joe is the toe.
Yes.
And I hear he has a heck of a celly.
He doesn't like to bring it out very often, but when he does, it gets us going. It's a good one, yeah.
Excellent, man. So just to see that nice celly, you'd be passing it to him, he puts it home. Tic-tac-toe. Just like that.
Yep.
Just like that, we played a little tic-tac-toe with Cade Gleekel. Still lots more to come today on Better Know Ascent. My guest, Cade Gleekel of your Merritt Centennials. And this is the Jesse and Friends Show on Q101, online at q101.ca. Back to Better Know Ascent. On the show today is Cade Gleekel of your Merritt Centennials, and it's time to get his impressions of you, of me, of us, the fan base of the Merritt Centennials. Let's see what he has to say. It's playoff time. Need the fans. I mean, what are your impressions of the fans right now? They like to bring it.
Yeah, they've definitely been getting a lot better and louder as we get closer to playoffs. Our last 2 games have been really great at home. There's been a huge fan base. It's been loud, and we've done well, so it's been helping us a lot.
And the catalyst to all that, I know you met him this year.
Yeah.
So he's kind of new to you, but Jerry Dingleberry, team fan captain is his title. Some guys call him the 7th man.
Yeah. You know, Dingles is just really great for the group. We have our coaches who fill their role of disciplining us and keeping us in line, and the players, we go out there and try to get the job done, but Dingles really fills that role of amping us up when we need to get sparked before a game or before a shift. He really likes to stand right behind our bench and get us going, too.
Right. He's kind of that link between you and the fans.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. And like I said, the catalyst, I've heard that Zach Metz had told me that one time he went into the dressing room during one of Coach Joe's pregame speeches, and then Joe just kind of stepped aside and let him speak.
Yeah, we really respect Dingles. He has a lot of good stuff to say to us. Sometimes, actually, we'll call it timeout, and Joe will just step to the side, and he'll lean over the glass right behind our bench and give us some motivation before we go back out there.
Even during a timeout.
Yeah.
Dingles, as you call him, he steps over the glass and gives you guys a talk.
Gives us a little motivational speech. Just get out there the last couple seconds of a period or a game. It usually gets us through it.
And you only get a 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
So that's pretty important.
It is.
Wow. So, I mean, he must get a lot of respect, man. Jerry Dingleberry, getting more props from your Merritt Centennials, this time from Cade Gleekel. We certainly learn more and more about Jerry Dingleberry all the time here on Better Know Ascent. I heard he used to be a fireball. He attacked a ref one time, but he's past all that. I've heard that he gives the guys a pregame speech. Even Joe gives him his space, even as a fan. Joe's the head coach. You got to understand, this is important stuff. And now I'm learning that even during a 30-second timeout during a game, they even give Jerry Dingleberry his space. When they call a timeout, they bring the guys to the bench. Jerry Dingleberry, team fan captain of your Merritt Centennials, peers over the glass to give them a pep talk. That is impressive stuff. We got more with Cade Gleekel coming up on Better Know Ascent. Who knows what else we're going to learn? This is Better Know Ascent on Q101. Back to Better Know Ascent, we got Cade Gleekel on the show today. Your chance to better know your hometown team. And what did Cade like to watch as a youngster? What is his favorite hockey movie? Let's find that out. As a youngster, loving hockey, you obviously had your fair share of hockey shows or movies and stuff. What's your favorite hockey movie?
I like Miracle, but I'd have to go with Mighty Ducks. Just being from Minnesota, and also the first high school I went to, one of the games was filmed at that rink, and then I also played my youth hockey at Parade Ice Garden, where they filmed that Olympic series in Mighty Ducks. So
Oh, D2.
Yep, exactly. So
Excellent.
Brings back a lot of memories when I watch those.
What do you think of D3?
Honestly, I've not seen it.
You haven't seen it. You haven't
Yeah.
seen the whole trilogy yet.
Not
Well,
the
maybe
whole
going
thing.
to St. Lawrence, you'd have to check that one out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
relevant, right? It's like the university stage
Yeah, for sure.
of their career.
Then I definitely should check that out.
I mean, you gotta complete the trilogy.
I do have to complete the trilogy. Maybe
Right.
I'll go home today and watch D3.
Yeah, can't forget about D3, man.
No.
So Mighty Ducks, that's a good choice. That was
Yeah.
always a favorite of mine too when I was a kid. Loved watching the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Is Coach Joe anything like Coach Bombay?
Not really. He connects with the players well. I guess they both do that, but I don't think Joe would ever take off in the middle of a game
Right.
to find himself. But yeah, he's a little more serious than Coach Bombay.
Yeah, go rollerblading on the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's hope that never happens, especially
Yeah.
during playoff time.
Yeah.
And since you are a hockey player, NHL questions. Now, I have a feeling your favorite NHL team is the Minnesota Wild. Am I right?
Yeah, you are right. Growing up in Minnesota, you just kind of, it being the state of hockey, you just learn to like the team.
Mm-hmm. And do fans, I think Jake Berger, he was the one that told me, fans still show up in those old North Stars uniforms sometimes. to
Yeah,
those
the
games.
North Star uniforms are big in Minnesota. Still, people kind of wear them more as a fashion statement now than like a team thing because we've moved on to the
Yeah.
wolf logo almost. But
Yeah.
people like the North Stars a lot still.
It's a nice logo, the
Yeah.
Minnesota Wild logo.
Yeah,
I do like it,
yeah.
you know, because it has that wilderness, but it is also the wolf.
Exactly.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
And they're on the up and up now.
they are. It was kind of hard to root for them for a couple of years, but they're having a really, really good season this year. So hopefully they can go all the way.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's an easy team to root for now.
Yeah,
And I feel you with that stuff where it's hard to cheer from sometimes. I'm a Leafs fan.
yeah.
So
You-
it's been a lot of heartache for me
Yeah.
growing up.
You probably know it better than we do almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say so. But they're on the up and up as well.
Mm-hmm.
They got a fella, Austin Matthews. He's a fellow American
Yeah, Arizona.
from Arizona, and he's the real deal, man.
Yeah, he is. Very good hockey player.
And speaking of hockey players, I guess that leads me to the next question. Who's your favorite hockey player?
He's recently retired, but I love Pavel Datsyuk. He's
Datsyuk.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
always
yes.
been the magic man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen some clips where he dangles around everybody in the
Yeah.
offensive zone.
He's a bigger guy. His hands aren't always moving super quick, but he knows how to get around you with just a little bit of magic, I guess, every time.
So would you have a favorite current player right now that's still in the NHL?
Ovechkin.
Okay, Ovi.
Yeah, pure goal scorer.
Yeah, nothing but.
Nope.
Cade Gleekel, fan of the Wild, fan of Pavel Datsyuk, fan of the Great Eight, Alex Ovechkin. We got more coming up with Cade Gleekel. Time to get back to the fans for a second, because it's time to put you into the dressing room of the Merritt Centennials. Cade Gleekel, he's going to let us in on some terms that only the Cents use amongst themselves. That's coming up on Better Know a Cent right here on Q101. Back to Better Know a Cent, and it's time to put you, the fans of the Merritt Centennials, into the dressing room for just a moment. Cade Gleekel, he's going to let us know about a term that only the Cents use amongst themselves. So the next time you see one of the Cents, feel free to use this term. Now back to the fans for a second, since the fans love you guys. People have done this, and Risto did this last week. If you can bring the fans into the dressing room for a second, and just let us know a word or phrase that only you guys use amongst yourselves.
If the fans were in the locker room, especially recently, I think they'd be hearing the term fligs a lot. We use that to describe our hair, and with playoffs coming up, we all got some pretty crazy haircuts. I'm rocking a ponytail right now,
Right.
and a lot of guys shaved their heads, have some mohawks or mullets going, so a lot of crazy fligs in the locker room.
Who has the craziest fligs right now, would you say? Does somebody take the award for that?
There's some great ones, but I'd say one of my favorites is Stefan Seeger, our
Okay.
assistant captain, has kind of a red, fiery mohawk going on.
Really?
Yeah, so hopefully you guys will be able to see that during an anthem or something.
Right. Yes. Stefan Seeger with the red, fiery mohawk, and Cade Gleekel sitting in front of me with his ponytail
Yep.
in front of me here. Sides are shaved, and he's got his ponytail going. So fligs, it's what they call their hair,
Yeah.
unlike Matt Sampson, who has a loaf.
He does. It very much resembles a loaf on top of his head.
So there you go. Fligs, fans. If you see one of your fellow Merritt Centennials around during the playoffs, out and about in town, if you want to compliment them, tell them that they have nice fligs.
They would appreciate that a lot.
So there you go. Nice fligs. It's a way of telling your Merritt Centennials that they have nice hair. If you like one of the hairstyles of one of your favorite players of your hometown team, tell them you like their fligs. They'll bring you right in. That's how you get in the Merritt Centennials. We got more Better Know Ascent coming up, and I'm going to try and make Cade Gleekel laugh. Loosen him up a little bit before the playoffs start, because then it's serious time. But until then, I'm going to see if I can loosen him up a bit. This is Better Know Ascent on the Jesse and Friends Shoe. Time for the conclusion of this edition of Better Know Ascent. We got Cade Gleekel on the show today. And before it's business time, before he gets going on the ice for the playoffs, I'm going to try and loosen him up a bit. Time to make him laugh. All right, make him laugh. Time to make him laugh. See if I can do it. I won last week with Risto. Made him laugh. Actually, he had a joke for me as well. So that was kind of a bonus point there. It's almost like a 3-point night.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and keep the streak going with you. And tell you a joke, see if I can make you laugh, see if I can get another notch into the win column.
Okay.
This one's kind of an anecdote.
All right.
I had a part-time job as a bartender during my last radio gig, just to make a little extra cash.
Yeah.
One thing they tell you about bartending is that you're not supposed to serve the people who've been drinking too much.
Mm-hmm.
If they come in, they're drinking too much, you cut them off. It's a big rule in bartending. They also show you how to make drinks, but that's one of the big things. One night I was starting to close up shop. This fella comes in, stumbling around.
Okay.
3 sheets to the wind, this guy. And I tell him, like, buddy, I can't serve you. What are you doing here? You know, you've been drinking too much.
Yeah.
And he says to me, I don't want to drink. I just want to throw a dart at your dartboard. So I said, come on, man. Like, you know, you've been drinking too much. You can't do that. You won't even hit the thing.
Yeah.
He's like, come on, man. One dart. I said, fine. All right, 1 dart. So he throws the dart at the dartboard, bullseye. Boom, gets it.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it. And he says to me, what do I win? I'm thinking, I'm confused. Like, what do you win? I don't know. I'm looking around, in the cupboards, and I find a shoebox with a turtle in it.
Okay.
It was for my little cousin. It was my little cousin's birthday. I thought that would be a good gift. But then I thought, he's probably going to be cruel to it and put it on its back or something,
Yeah.
so it can't move. So I thought, like, I'm not going to give it to him. I'll give it to this guy. So I'm like, here's your gift. Here's your prize. Off he went. 2 weeks later goes by, and then he comes in again. 2 weeks later, this guy, same guy, when I'm starting to close up shop, stumbles in again. 3 sheets to the wind once again. And I said, buddy, what are you doing here? I can't serve you, man. You've already been drinking enough. You've had enough tonight. You're cut off. And he says, I don't want to drink. I just want to throw a dart at your dartboard. I said, come on, man. You already did that once. You're not going to be able to do it again.
Yeah.
Why bother? He's like, come on. One more dart. I said, fine. 1 more dart. All right? Here you go. Throws it at the dartboard. Bullseye. Gets it again. Amazing. And he says to me, what do I win? I'm confused again. Like, what do you win? Like, I don't know. What'd you win the last time? And he says, last time I won a roast beef on a hard roll. It was the turtle.
He ate the turtle.
Crazy guy, man.
Yeah, you should probably stop drinking.
Yeah. Holy cow. Well, there's a win.
That was definitely a win.
That joke comes courtesy of Norm Macdonald. I heard him say that on a talk show once before. I always like to give credit where it's due.
That was a funny one. He ate the turtle. I like it.
Nice little story.
Yeah.
All right, it's playoff time. I'm glad I could loosen you up a little bit because you got to get back to business.
Mm-hmm.
It's back to playing hockey now, so glad I could take the edge off a little bit. Cade Gleekel of your Merritt Centennials. This has been part 14 of the 22 or more part series, Better Know Ascent. Thanks for coming in, Cade.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.